The church is not a sect. Good afternoon. Welcome to my message of the day. I'm Warren, the rector here at St Columba's. I remember when I was younger, I was a priest in the country, and a sect had set up in one of the little towns and purchased a building and put a nice sign out the front of all the things that went on in the building. I remember walking past one day and seeing that for 7 days a week there was something on in morning, noon and night. There were very few members of the church. They weren't reproducing the same thing over and over because they had 1,000 people coming. It was sectarian. The purpose was to keep their adherents within the four walls so they could not be infected by the world around. And I contrasted that in my own mind with the notice board of the Anglican Church. On the Anglican Church notice board, there were 2 times. There was the Sunday morning service, and then once a month, that service was not held in the morning, but in the evening. So the sign reflected that. For the Anglican Church, we want all of our people to be out there in the world, living their lives, living their faith, rubbing shoulders with people, not to be stuck in the four walls of the church as though somehow we had to protect them from the world around. That's one difference between a sect and a church. Another difference is the way in which what is believed is public. I've been talking about that in the last few weeks. In the last few weeks I've mentioned how the creeds and the Bible are used, embedded in them is the living memory of Jesus from the apostles, from that apostolic generation which has been handed on over and over and over. I made the point that God became human in Jesus. That says that is quite unique. You can't just wake up one day and think that you can get access to whatever Jesus gave us, whatever God has accomplished in Jesus. You can't just wake up one morning and think that you've got it, apart from that living memory of Jesus, which is embedded in the church. You have to be part of that living stream of faith. And one way that faith has been handed on is in Scripture and in the creeds, which are open. They're publicly available. What we teach is in no way secret. What I was taught at seminary is in no way secret. It's all publicly available. It's open to debate. We like the idea of debate. We like ideas. Think about the church's involvement in the rise of universities in the West. Think about the way in which the clergy are trained and educated. It's an openness to ideas. This is a crucial difference between church and sect. So, for instance, the Bible. I hear people tell me that there's mistranslations or something and this is deliberate conspiracy theories. Well, if you really think that, what you should do is you should go and learn New Testament Greek for the New Testament. And then when you've done that, you can go and gain access to, on the internet, the earliest manuscripts we have and see for yourself what's been done. You can do that with the Old Testament too. You can do that with the creeds. You can go behind the creeds and learn what the early Christians were saying, the debates that went on, which came to inform the creeds, to understand what was at stake. And it was all done publicly. There were a couple of times when the church was being terribly persecuted when it wasn't public, admittedly. But as soon as it was safe to do so, all this was out there in the public sphere. In fact, even before it was safe, we had apologists out there in the public square defending Christianity, showing people what it was about, to refute those who tried to make it out to be a sect, for instance. Couple of differences between church and sect. And this is why on a Sunday morning anyone can wander into church at any point. Services are public, and even if what we do, you might think, I don't understand that. It's just because you're not part of that living memory. I invite you to join us and become part of that living memory of Jesus. Thanks.